So I am like 100 years old. Thus, I will admit that I'm no longer young, no longer hip, not really in the know with anything, and this may play a part in things, but oh my god, these are not the same people?
Yeah.
These are two different individuals?
Call the police.
I find a lot of things interesting about the concept of all these people looking like other people intentionally, but the thing that I find the most interesting is what we're going to be talking about today on how anyone can be hot. I do not care if you are currently sitting behind your screen looking like this.
I hope my horrible ugliness won't be a distraction to you.
Right now, we are at a point in time where with enough money and patience and effort, literally anyone can fit into society's beauty standards. And before you're like, but some of these people just happen to look like celebrities, they came out with a genetic blessing that I did not, they're not getting work done. Well, yeah, like some people just come out naturally hot. That's like how the world works. But you also have celebrities who themselves have made significant transformations. And I think a perfect example of this is often the Kardashians.
Don't be rude. Are you kidding me?
Now please note that before we get any further into this, that I am not trying to come by any means for anyone's looks or praising anyone's looks. I'm just honestly trying to suggest that if we were to take a look at Khloe Kardashian, who a few years ago looked like this, and now apparently looks like this is literally just her turning herself into basically an entirely different human being. Kylie is obviously another extreme example of someone who has made enough adjustments to themselves that they not only hit, but also have had a large part in setting all of the marks of current society standards. And once again, we're not talking about my opinion here, or even your opinion. Get out of my comments.
What kind of garbage is that? Oops, my anarchy symbol.
I'm not here to talk about whether these girls look better before or after or whatever. No, what I'm trying to point out is that beauty is very much a trend, and we've seen these trends change over time since the beginning of whenever we started recording this. God knows if it's true. History is a failure. Yell at your teachers, kids. But again, we are at a point in time now, and have been for a little while, that if you just have enough money and time and connections, you can make yourself fit whatever the current standard is. And again, this is not me coming for anyone who wants surgery. All of these women are beautiful, grown, adult women who can make their own damn decisions without needing to hear about it by some idiot on the internet. What I do have an issue with is how we compare ourselves to these unrealistic standards that we are told that we should meet, as this goes beyond just surgery, because we do not have the same amount of hours in a day as Beyonce. If I look at someone like J-Lo, who is often the epitome of what we should all apparently look like at 50, that is the goal, but I in no way think it's right to compare her to my mom. My mom, God bless that woman, moved herself and her family to another country where she knew no one after she pushed out 3 kids and even went out and bought another because apparently she wanted to raise 4 brats over the span of what was like, I don't know, 30 years because we're all so far apart in age, while also simultaneously working as a nurse in neuro and cardiovascular surgery, and spent my entire life constantly on call, who had to wake up in the middle of the night all the time to go into work. Yes, that woman has lived a very different lifestyle than J-Lo, and I would imagine that that would show. So the next time you go to compare yourself or someone else to someone, I would keep in mind that life might not have treated them the same. This goes beyond money just to pay for adjustments. You have to realize that most of our lifestyles are very different than the celebrities or influencers we compare ourselves to. There is not necessarily time or funds to be going to the spa, to be getting treatments, to have a personal trainer, to have a fridge full of certain foods. These stresses you experience, the time that you have, are all going to play a factor in your physical appearance. And maybe if you or I had been born into a certain set of circumstances, despite our genetics being exactly the same, you could look and feel a lot different right now. Just as a reminder from someone who has considered surgery for things, has changed their diet, has done different exercises for other things, it's okay to want to look good. It's okay to want to make adjustments. It's okay to want to pump yourself up a little bit. But at the end of the day, just make sure that it's actually for you. Not for some boy, not because your Instagram feed made you feel a certain way, or because you feel like life would be different if you could just Because the thing is that in 5 or 10 years, when our definition of what's in and what's beautiful has moved on to the next trend, it's important to just make sure that you still like whatever's left over.